Namaste, everybody. I'm sorry I don't have my music, my iPad. Probably won't work in the car anyway, so I'm all meditated up. I just took a healing walk. I said my prayers. I even brought my prayers with me, old-fashioned way that I used to do my readings. Said my prayers for this reading. This reading is for Brenda. It's not anything with her spirit guides, but I do consult them when I do a reading. I ask them if there's anything that they want me to know, and basically it was a chill vibe. It was a very chill vibe. I have cards that I did. I have notes, and so I'm basically going to read the notes first. So basically you had like 2 questions that you wanted to know about. And I just want to do some old-fashioned breathing before we start. Let me just blow this out. And I want to invite the spirit guides in. I'm open and receptive to receiving messages from the Holy Spirit, from spirit guides for Brenda, spirit guides for Cassie, and my spirit guides. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, angels. I've already said my prayers, so I'm not going to re-say them. But let's take a deep breath in. I'm sorry, I look like a hot mess. I was just walking. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Hold it. Oh. Let's do that again. Let it out. 5. Empty. One more time. Empty. Now we're just going to take it in and out, okay? And this is from Ruby, New Sage from Ruby, Palo Santo, I'm sorry. And it's really good. Thank you. It's burning really good. Palo Santo's supposed to go out, and I'm also in the car, so we have people looking at you, wondering if they should call the cops. So I might have to change my location if that white car comes back. One more time, in and out. And blow it out like you're blowing out your birthday cake. It's just a cleansing breath. Think a happy thought. Somebody out there wants someone to call them or text them. It's gonna happen. Just act as if it did. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let me get into it because I might have to change my location because you never know over here. Okay, let me just put that there. Okay, so I have Cassie. Will she sell her house, and how long will she be gone from Colorado? Will she ever come back to Colorado? Okay. And so generally what I do is I put my music on, I write down some notes, and I think about it during the day, and then I stop thinking about it. Then if something comes in, it comes in. Sometimes I don't know how it fits. Earlier, I did a little walk and talk on messages from Jolisa, messages from Kylie, and I haven't really done anything on Kylie because I feel like there's so much on her, but she was saying a message and I was like, is that you, Kylie, or is that Jolisa? So that's another video. Maybe you saw it. I'll probably put this up first and then that one. Anyhow, so Brenda, just a little message for Brenda. Are you planting a lot of flowers or herbs? Are you taking care of or looking into something greenery, herbs, planting vegetables, fruits or vegetables, or even just looking into being a better gardener. I don't know, there was something with flowers all around you making you happier. It might just mean that you need to be outside more. Even taking a quick 10-minute walk will help. Okay. Also, yeah, I don't know if this is for you or your sister, but I got between the 20th, see, I did this the other day, so it was before September 20th. Between September 20th and 27th, making executive decisions. Is that you or your sister, Cassie? Justice and law kept coming up, getting approved, accolades, I think this was for Cassie because you said she's a Cancer, and this might resonate with other Cancers too, moon children. You're about to get some accolades for your work, all your hard work. Finally, people will acknowledge you. Maybe there was a project that you completed, or just maybe people just started recognizing you for all the stuff that you've done. So this is probably for Cassie because she's a Cancer Moonchild. So justice is happening, law getting approved of paperwork. So that might mean we'll sell the house within the fall. So the fall is like right before the winter. So it might be soon. Okay, regarding your job, accolades, focus on your self-care. Don't forget about that, because Cancer often works a lot, takes care of the family, and puts themselves last. You got to do more self-care, okay? Deadlocked. Something is deadlocked. Deadlocked justice. Is there clink happening around you to somebody that you knew? Okay, I don't know what that was, but I heard clink. But the universe is protecting you. So the correct thing will happen. Okay, so let me say that again. This is for Cassie. This is for Brenda's little sister. The universe will protect you, is protecting you, so the correct thing can happen. So in other words, you can get justice. So I started drawing a picture of a house and then a condo. A house and a condo. And I was like, what does this mean? And I don't always get the answers. Okay, sorry, it looks like I have no lips again. All right. So does that mean anything to you? Are you moving from your house to a condo? Okay. I didn't feel bad about it. It's just a different kind of lifestyle. And it's one where you don't have to really worry about maintenance outside. So that might be something you're looking for. But for Cancer in general, Cassie and Cancer in general, finances increase by building. But there's some epiphanies that you will be having. Working too hard or taking on too much is an issue. Somebody is sad, distressed, unhappy, emotional turmoil is happening. You're trying to get out of that, and you will be getting out of that. See, the finances are related. The financial, okay, let me see if I can do this correctly without my phone going dead. The financial kind of windfall or inheritance, or by selling your house, is very emotionally, it's in other words, like when you get an inheritance, it's kind of sad. You're happy that you get an inheritance, or you inherited somebody's house, but you're sad because that person died, or you're sad because you broke up with somebody that you owned the house with. So what I see is for Cassie and for Cancer out there, there could be an intertwining of emotions. Like on one hand, you're like, I hope I can do this. I hope I can get the money and start this new life. But then yet on the other hand, you're like, but I'm going to be sad letting go of this life as well. So it's like a yin and the yang. It's like that infinity symbol I see. You're happy, then you're sad, then you're back happy again, then you're mad. It's an emotional decision. But I feel it's a good thing. It will be a good thing. Sometimes change is always hard, but this change will be good. Dealing with boxes and the financial aspect of it will be difficult, and also saying goodbye to other family members like Brenda, okay? But that's okay, because Brenda could visit you wherever you're at, and Cassie can visit Brenda wherever she's at, because if you're sisters and your blood and your friends, that's forever, okay? Is it convenient to visit each other? No, it's not convenient, okay? But there's something called FaceTime, there's something called texting, there's something called a phone, okay? And I think this is going to be a good move ultimately. It's like a new start to your journey. So you're going to have some epiphanies. I'm talking now about Cancer, about Cassie. Epiphanies. You're working too hard on a lot of things. You got to get some self-care. You got to get some rest. Or maybe go out to dinner with Brenda, or go out to the club with Brenda, or just do something. Take a walk, take a class, do something with Brenda. Your work will be applauded. I said that. A change in your money, your quiet magnificence will be recognized, and you feel a little bit weird about that, but inside you're happy. Usually you don't like to be like put up on that pedestal, but a rise in your money. You help others that are less fortunate. So I see you being very generous with whatever money you come into. Someone around you that you care about is ill, and they're not doing well, okay? Watch your own health. Pamper yourself more. Self-care. Get on a program of exercise. Add some more self-control. Yeah, I understand that one. Okay, very hard, easy to say, hard to do. Okay, more self-control. Face the facts. You can't hide from the truth. Yeah, and I felt like when I heard the clink clink, is somebody around you being arrested? Somebody that you used to be friends with or married to or something? Or okay, I'm sorry, it was just something that came in. But they're telling you, spirit guides are telling you, you have to face the facts. You can't hide from the truth. Money, networking, financial pressures. You may not have the resources at first. Ease your financial pressure. Pressure at work. Am I where I want to be in my career? I see you making a big change, but to come to this decision, it's almost like the universe forces you to make this decision, but you had it in the back of your mind for years and years. Okay, take steps on the side. Like if you want to start developing, if you want a different job, start making phone calls when you're off of work, and putting in resumes, or if you're thinking about retiring. I don't know, you're too young to retire. You're young. Born in the 80s, I believe, right? July 10th. Okay. But it's saying watch your health. You need to start working on something that gives you pleasure. Yeah. Tuna spinach? What? Why did I write tuna spinach? Okay. I don't know why I wrote that. Okay, so let me get into the cards. I asked a question that Brenda asked me. How soon will... The light is in my... It doesn't matter. How soon will Cassie sell her house? And will she ever move back to Colorado? Those are the questions. I don't really understand them. I just give them to Spirit. I give them to the cards, and this is what I got. Big happy changes. So I felt good about, like, I feel like everything will be sort of planned out before it's the winter. So when does winter start? The end of November, right? So in the fall, I feel hot about it. I feel like it's good. Phone is gonna ring. It's gonna be a fluke. It's gonna be like one thing fell through. I feel like you had somebody set up to buy it, and that whole thing fell through. Something with money, and it's good because your house wasn't meant for them. This other family is gonna come in. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be like you're gonna have time to pack and everything, but it's gonna be, when it's right, it's right. All right, the money was gonna go through fast. Big happy changes. So that's why I thought it's gonna be sooner than later. I gotta take action because the Cancer Moonchild is very wishy-washy. Should I do this? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Okay, this car is coming several hundred times, so I'm gonna move my location, guys. I'm so sick of when people, I mean, they could not be, but my gut feeling is really strong today, and because I said my prayers and I meditated. So I'm gonna just go and move my location because that car came 3 times and turned itself around. So that just tells me I'm gonna go park where there's nobody's house, and I'll probably see them again. Okay. I was gonna do this in my pool room, but I needed to get to the park where I walked. I needed to get there. I knew I'd be able to think, and I did. Yeah, I'm just gonna park over here. Not that they don't give me weird looks over here too, they do. But it's just like not straight in front of somebody's house. So I used to always come to this location after work, when I used to work more. Okay, so let me get back into it. Is Cassie going to move? I think yes. Sell the house? Yes. Like I said, I feel very good about it'll be before it's winter, or everything will be in ink and done, set and done, in the fall and before winter. And then as winter's approaching, maybe you have the date and everything. Okay. Her other question is she gonna come back? Will Cassie ever come back to Colorado? Okay, so I just got remain positive. Remain positive. Okay, so I would tell that as a yes. And I think this is for Brenda. I gotta let go. These are my angel cards. They've been telling me, haunting me. Start using us again. Start using us again. Okay, they're so 2019, 2020? They're so 2020. Okay. Angels want you to let go. I know she's your baby sister. Okay? I think you're 2 years apart. But you gotta let go because she's always with you. Even if she moves to a different state, she's still your sister. She's still your friend. Okay? They want you to let go. Okay? And I felt what I just heard when I touched that card was, yeah, you might feel like you're having to let go of a lot of things, a lot of people. But know that angels are still with you. The angels are watching over you. It's divine purpose. Okay? Things are going as they should. Things are happening as they should, when they should. Okay? So if you ever think, oh, why is this happening and then that's happening? Like you feel like you're having a 1-2 punch. Okay? Or having to say goodbye to too many people at the same time. And you know what? God says, don't worry. Okay? You are going to see your sister again. You are going to see even people who go to heaven. You'll see them again too. They're still with you in spirit. Okay? And I also got listen to your intuition. So this goes for both Cassie and you, Brenda. Listen to your intuition more. That's what the angels are saying. Okay? And then meditation, okay, which I'm always telling everybody. Now, meditation does not have to be, like I just had a question from one of my soul sisters, his Sally, her Jack, and she said, well, I don't really believe in God, but I do believe in angels, and maybe she doesn't believe in organized religion, and I'm having trouble meditating. Meditation does not have to be with the music and the incense and the Palo Santo up in this biatch. No, it does not. It could be sitting outside on a chair. It could be sitting in your living room with a nice show on that just makes you feel relaxed. It could be listening to 80s music, whatever your music that you like. It doesn't even have to be music. My mother used to just like to have quiet, peace and quiet, TV off, music off, just sitting there with her book and a cup of tea. Okay? Whatever you feel is peaceful, where you can actually think, then you could say in your mind, please guides, I'm open and receptive to receiving any messages from Spirit. Guardian angels, are you with me? Can you help guide me? Okay? Just by saying the words, even in your head, okay? That helps you to meditate. That is a meditative moment. Okay? See, I just created a word. Meditative moment is when you feel at peace, where you're not worried, you're calming your mind down so that the angels could get you the messages that you need to hear, so that God and your spirit guides, people on the other side, could talk to you. Okay? We clutter our mind, and I do it too, with my phone, with the iPad, with TV, with people talking, diarrhea of the mouth, okay? That we don't just sit. We could sit and pet our dogs. I sat on a little stool and pet Nana and Casper gave them little snacks and pet them probably 10 minutes. When I tried to get off the stool, that was really scary. But anyhow, that was a meditative moment for me. And I was like, okay, I understand what I'm supposed to do for the rest of the day, which is not sit on my butt, get outside for a little, just even a half hour, okay? But if I didn't get quiet in my mind and just pet the dogs for a few minutes, I wouldn't have had that moment to let things come in, okay? So the angels are telling you, Brenda, Cassie, have more meditation, okay? Meditation brings answers. Okay. And of course, I don't think I did this one. Always remain positive. There's a glare on this, but oh no, this one is very white. Okay. Then I did the Kipper, same questions, and I might have to use the book. How many minutes is this? Okay. All right. I almost friggin' flipped out when I got this card, because remember I heard clink clink? All right, so I gotta read why I'm getting clink clink or the imprisonment card. All right, so let me just check. That was card number 26. Wait, no, that wasn't card number 29. 29. Okay, 29 means imprisonment. On this challenging card, we see a pair of battered hands clutching the iron bars in a harsh prison. The tattered sleeves, often scant, covered to a set of bony wrists. Literally, this card is a prison, jail, asylum, rehab center, bank, or military barracks. More abstractly, it stands for anything locked off limits, and secured place. It represents a sense of confinement, imprisonment, isolation, and desperate motionless. Okay, we can all create our own imprisonment. Okay, if we feel like we're not getting a chance to do what we want to do, we're not with the person who really loves our soul and loves us for who we are, or we don't really love that person, or we're just tied to be doing something, a career, a relationship, a friendship, or a house, a home that we don't want. Okay, that could create a prison for us. But so it says it represents a sense of confinement, imprisonment, isolation, desperate, motionless. Okay, it's a card of being trapped, whether it's in a relationship, job, or situation. It speaks of fear, loneliness, and isolation. When combined with card 23, courthouse, it's a literal prison or jail time. Bad health, it could represent hospital or illness. It refers to large buildings, institution, and bad luck. While this card does not have a particular time frame, it does indicate that time seems to have passed very slowly. Perhaps you're facing an insurmountable barrier. It doesn't necessarily represent a prison sentence, but describes all kinds of isolation and reunification. Reunification. You might experience an unfulfilled love or relationship. Basically what I just said, okay? Brush your shoulder off, Katrina. Okay. Beyond the basic depiction of physical incarceration, the imagery might represent emotional imprisonment. This might mean being trapped for a long time in a personal or contractual relationship, like divorce. Like I was talking about divorce, selling the house, you get divorced, you sell the house, somebody gets this or that. Okay. Where your options may be restricted by feelings of guilt. We talked about that earlier. Your conscience, legal obligations, or financial limitations. Okay? So, we got that one. Okay? Take it as you will. Take it as it resonates. Then we got concern. So I asked the same two questions that you asked me. Will she sell her house soon? Will she come back to Colorado? Okay? So I got concern. Okay, I'm just going to check that. Okay, this is another challenging card. Here we meet an older man with anxiety and apparently in his posture. He closes his eyes to the beautiful warm light streaming through the stained glass window. Literally, it's a sign of angst, confusion, inability to focus, or even depressed mental states. It's unclear what to do, so there's a negative tendency to catastrophize and be deeply pessimistic. Remember, the angel said, be positive, act positively, be positive, think positive thoughts. Okay, when you're in the light of disaster, try to think positive. See the positive or the light in a dark situation. It describes ambiguous in our daily life. I can't even say it. Okay. Ambiguities. In a relationship, it warns against being plagued by our pessimism and worried. Try to find clearness. It's a warning to consider the surrounding cards very carefully. Be careful that you're not acting too worried, rejected, deception, pessimism, confusion, lack of freedom. Okay, so don't worry, I did get some good cards. I got great fortune. So you're coming out of a depression, or you're coming out of a dark time, but there is great fortune coming. Remember I talked about that money? Okay, money. Judication. When that other card was with this card, judication. Okay, but I'll read it. That's card 30. Because these are my new cards. I'm not 100%. I love these cards, but I'm not 100% on them. Meanings. This is a neutral to somewhat challenging card. The ministrate on his bench. Anxious couple before him awaiting decision. So are you going through a divorce, Cassie? or some kind of breakup. He will make a decision on your matter. It could be in your favor, but also could be against you. Literally, this card stands for minor government officials, bureaucrats, clerks, school boards, zoning boards, other types of boards, professional advisor. His decision could result in a fine or a fee, a permit issued or denied. Okay, the card represents someone you go to for the resolution of a disagreement, of a problem. It might be a judge, a mediator, a lawyer, doctor, or counselor. Okay, but I know it's going to be in your favor because you had all those angel cards that were in your favor. I saw money when I was meditating coming, inheritance, money, the sale. Okay, and then we have a main female, and she's very wealthy, as you can see. She's standing in a beautiful home. She has flowers. She has a flower in her hand, which means love, friendship around her, and also money. And a beautiful house. Okay, and then, this is why I'm not worried about you, Cassie, or Brenda. Sudden wealth. Okay. That's like one of the best cards that you can get. I hope this helped a little bit. I love you. Please meditate more. Please ask your angels for help. Know that they are always with you, right at your disposal. But you have to say, I'm open and receptive to receiving messages or signs. Please let me know you're with me. Your spirit guides are ready for battle or ready to hug you, whatever you need. Anyway, namaste. I love you.